always fresh, every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
The Formula One drama ensues, only this time two of the biggest names in the business leave. Also, Bentley shows off the Mulsanne in Frankfurt and throw us a couple more details on the car. Spies catch what looks to be a new Porsche model at the Nurburgring, and a famed automotive designer passes away. We're hitting you with all that, plus our motorsports segment, Shiggity Shakedown with Leo Parente. Okay, maybe just Shakedown, not the shiggity part. What's up, everybody? I'm Derek D, and you're watching Fastlane Daily, Thursday.
Fastlane Daily with Derek D, always fresh every day.
And now it's time for
Today's headlines.
Thanks, Ariel. We start today off on a sad note. One of the most cherished automotive designers, Dr. Elio Zagato, passed away on Monday. Zagato was best known for pioneering features like the double-double roof and plexiglass windows to reduce weight. Some of his most famous creations include the Ferrari 250 GTZ, Maserati A6G, and Aston Martin DB4 Zagato. He competed in 150 automotive races, winning 82 of them, and had 5 GT championships. Enzo Ferrari nicknamed him Zagatino. Zagatino was 88 years old. And the Bentley boys are back, and they brought their latest flagship to Frankfurt. The new bug-eyed Mulsanne, which one of them happens to be right here in New York City at the Motor Expo, which we were at yesterday, but it has been given some interesting details. Power will come from a monstrous 6.75-liter twin-turbo V8, banging out 505 horsepower and 725 pounds-feet of torque. Still don't know 0 to 60 in top speed, but my guess is 5 seconds for 0 to 60 and 195 miles per hour top speed. Again, that's just me guessing. Controlling this power will be a ZF 8-speed automatic. We also got a glimpse at the Mulsanne's interior. Bentley has finally taken the time machine to the future and equipped it with a 40GB hard drive GPS system, Bluetooth, MP3 compatibility, digital sound processing sound system. That sounds so cool. Digital sound processing sound system. Anyway, 6 CD changer and a trunk monkey.
Go now. Well, you can't speed up by anybody now. You think you're better than me? Well, you think, oh, I don't like the way you drive. Well, you got a fancy new what? Huh? Out!
The Trunk Monkey, a revolutionary idea you'll only find at Suburban Auto Group.
That is hilarious. There's a bunch of those commercials, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna get myself a trunk monkey. What about you guys? Ariel? Yeah, Ian's getting 3. Rich?
I got 20.
20 trunk monkeys. Wow, you must have 20 cars, or you're killing them or something. All right. In Formula One, news came down yesterday that Renault team boss Flavio Briatore and his lead engineer Pat Simmons have, quote, left the team. Both men have been with the team for over 20 years. The news of their departures comes as Renault announced they will not dispute the recent allegations of former team driver Nelson Piquet. According to sources, last year at the Singapore Grand Prix, Piquet claims he was ordered to crash his car to force a safety car period, which would allow teammate Fernando Alonso to win the race. And that's exactly what happened. He crashed and Fernando won. But Simmons is now speaking out after his departure from the team, saying that yes, the crash was deliberate, but not suggested by team management, but rather by Piquet himself. Renault has opened a criminal investigation against Piquet on the basis of false allegations and blackmail. In my mind, this is yet another perfect example as to why ABC should put out a midday soap opera with all Formula One characters.
Okay.
Damn it, Simmons, you know I didn't crash that car.
No one's ever gonna find out. Ever heard of blackmail?
Why does Alonso always get to win? It's always Alonso, it's never me.
Alonso's the favorite. I'm sorry.
I did not crash that car, and you know it.
By the way, I'm pregnant.
No! I love you! Leo the Suit will be in the comments today answering any questions you have regarding this racing baby mama drama. And spies at the Nurburgring, or Nurburgring. Bob Schubin in here? I have to go say hello to him in a minute. Anyway, they've caught what looks to be the Porsche Boxster Speedster in testing. These are the first photos that have surfaced of the Speedster with the top off. Of course, we don't have any details on what could be inside this bad boy, but it's been suggested that it could get Porsche's 6-cylinder, 3.4-liter powerhouse, but we kind of hope it's Porsche's new direct-injected 3.8-liter motor. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to see this thing unveiled in the near future with the goods we want. Maybe we'll see it in LA, maybe Detroit, maybe Budapest. I don't know. Next up, Shakedown. It's What's Up in Motorsports with Leo the Parente. That's all coming up right after this.
For a bagel and cream cheese to be good, it needs to be fresh. For automotive news to be good, it needs to be best fresh every day. Just like Fastlane Daily. Always fresh, every day. Fastlane Daily.
Formula One in Italy, Supercar V8 in Australia, Super GT in Japan, Le Mans sports cars in England, and I report it all from a green screen studio / storage room in New York City. But Kanye tells me this will be the best video ever, so it's cool? Whatever, moving on. The Monza Formula One race. Rubens Barrichello finished first, but Ross Brawn won it with his one-stop strategy. Figured he couldn't outpace the Kurz cars. Instead, Monza being so fast, less time stopped in the pits would be the advantage. But it was the tire strategy that got Rubens the win versus Jensen. You got two compound choices: soft, more grip, they heat up quicker, but they don't last as long, or prime, the opposite, not extreme, but different enough. And the rules say you have to use both compounds in the race. So Rubens started on primes, Jensen not. Barrichello knew coming out of his pit stop on softs would get him a quicker outlap, get him to max speed sooner, and build the gap that he needed to win versus Jensen. And it all worked, leaving Braun as the team to beat, and Jensen versus Rubens as the championship battle. Because Red Bull failed. Hey, even Tila Tequila thought they got beat pretty bad. Ooh, that hurt. Red Bull runs only pull rod rear suspensions. Google it, or I can explain it in post-video comments. Pull rods allow the springs to be mounted lower in the car for weight distribution. And that made sense before the double diffuser ruling, because now space would be more effective and more useful for aero is stuffed with parts. So no grip, no low drag, no chance at Monza. In the Aussie V8 race, tires also became the difference maker here too. After 3 hours and 500 kilometers, Toll Racing made a last lap pass on Team Vodafone to win, as one of the Vodacar's front tires lost grip. These production-based cars have to run a ton of front camber for good turn-in and max tire contact in the corners, but too much burns off an edge. 3 hours of Aussie V8, which allows you all that time to hang out with the phenomenal grid girls. Remember that Shakedown? The last one where I gave you 6 things that made race cars cool? Number 7, grid girls. The BOC car had a huge off that really showcased the need to fix the barriers at Phillip Island. Don't need races looking like a Dukes of Hazzard episode. However, this Aston Martin at Mid-Ohio, it still holds the record for the hop, skip, and jump. In Japan Super GT, both classes had drama. The GT500 winning NSX came up from 12th to win, and the GT300 winning Ferrari made a dramatic last lap pass. Like these cars more and more, in that no computer controls on the driving systems are allowed. No ABS, no traction control, nothing. Just anime-like aero redesign, imaginative mechanicals, and extreme race car building. But all production influenced? Kind of. In the Le Mans Series race at Silverstone, Aston Martin clinched the LMP1 championship via a 3rd place finish versus limited competition. No factory Audis or Peugeots this year. So they adopted a Serena Williams strategy and crammed 3 Astons down the throats of the competition to steal points and dominate. It worked. Because there are no foot faults in racing? And here's a little bonus. FIA GT3. Very production-based sports car racing in Europe. Home to Callaway Corvettes, the Audi R8 LMS, which won last week's race in Algarve, Portugal. 12 makes in total, including this, oh my freaking god, Morgan Aero Supersport. I love the car. It's V8 power from BMW, and the balls they have to use the word aero naming this thing. Check it all out at FIAGT3.com. Well, I go back and study up on my NASCAR. That's it for today.
All right, Leo hitting him with those pop culture references. Kanye, Tila Tequila, and who's the other one? Serena Williams. Nice. Oh, and if you're wondering why Leo didn't mention any of that F1 stuff we talked about earlier, that's because Leo shoots on Tuesday, all right? But he'll be in the comments today, like we said, answering questions that you guys have. All right, that about does it for Fastlane Daily today. I'm Derek D, and make sure you tune into that soap opera. It's going to air, I think, in the next few months. All right, see you tomorrow.